Hey everybody, it's Peter and I'm here under the rotating sign of Jim Gilbert's Wheels and Deals, and we're going to talk about two cars just below the sign, the Kia Soul and the Kia Venue. Both these are 2022 models because Jim Gilbert's Wheels and Deals sells a whole lot of virtually new used vehicles. In this video, when the loud car goes by, we're going to compare the Venue versus the Soul because I've often been asked what are some of the differences, so let's take a look at those right now. All right, so one thing to point out right away is the Venue is a preferred model, 2022 preferred model. The Kia Soul is a 2022 EX. They're not directly comparable option-wise, but of course, there's all kinds of Kia Souls and all kinds of Hyundai Venues that come through here, and if you're interested in them, you can just let us know at Jim Gilbert's Wheels and Deals, and we'll try to find one for you. Of course, these two are for sale right now as I'm filming. So, they are kind of comparable because they're small, economical, squared-off units. The Venue, of course, with that squared-off unit, and the Soul, I'm going to walk past a pole here and come over here with that squared-off look as well. Now, one thing to note is the 2022 Kia Soul does not come with roof racks. The older models sometimes did, but 2022 does not, and the Venue does have roof racks. So if you want roof racks, that's one thing to keep in mind. The other difference is the engine. This is a 2-liter engine. This is a 1.6-liter engine. And you do have some fuel economy savings over here, whereas over here you do have some power advantages. But there are a lot of shared components between these cars, and you can see that, for instance, in the headlights. You have those projector beam halogen headlights right there. You also have the same projector beam halogen headlights right here. The Kia Soul EX has projector beam down there as well with the halogen projector lights. Both these vehicles are available with LED lights in different trim lines. And again, if you wanted that, connect with our team here at Jim Gilbert's. You have a link in the description. They can talk to you about what's in stock, what might be coming in stock as well. Let's jump in the Venue really quickly first, and we'll look at the driver's side. Before we do that, actually, let's just talk about one little thing. It's important to note that these are built on a different platform. They are not a shared platform. A lot of people think that this is Hyundai's version of the Kia Soul. This really, if you were to make it into a Kia, would be the Kia Rio. The Soul is a little bit of a step up from there. So you do have a little bit more of a economical, a little bit smaller, probably lighter weight platform here than you do in the Soul. But you've got options. For a lot of people, they don't care about platforms, they care about what it's actually like inside. Let's show you what the key fob looks like first before we go too far. I've got both keys in my pocket. So, Hyundai key fob just looks like that. Same key fobs they have on most of their SUVs. You have the remote start right there on the front, and lock unlock and the horn button there, the panic button, whatever you want to call it, depending on the model of vehicle. Kia Soul, this one here is trunk unlock only on the Kia Soul. Unlock and lock there. And this one here is the keyed version, so it has a jackknife style key just like that. All right, let's put that back in our pocket as soon as I can do that. All right, jumping into the Venue, lots of things to look at here. 2022 model years. You do have this nice display screen right here. We're going to turn the car on. Again, this one has a push button start. So again, because it's a little bit less expensive vehicle, they can put, or less expensive platform, they can put a few more features in this car. So when you start it up, you'll see over here, this is your display screen. And to start connecting Android Auto or Apple CarPlay, press this widget. This is wireless Android Auto and Apple CarPlay over here, which is kind of a nice feature. Coming down here, manual climate controls, USB port right there, space to put your phone down here as well. Automatic transmission, and you have drive and traction modes here. So we're going to go through them really quickly. Drive mode, you have Sport, Eco, and Normal, which we'll show you right over here. Let's show you the dash there. There we go. Eco, Sport, and Normal. There we go. Normal, Eco, Sport. Now we're going to go to the traction modes. We have Snow, Mud, and Sand. Now let's be fully honest. You are not going to drive this through mud or sand intentionally. What you're going to do is, if you go camping and are in mud or sand, you do have a traction mode that might work. They're trying to make this seem a little more off-roady than it probably is, because they're trying to sell it as an SUV when it's basically a car, and frankly, so is a Kia Soul. Both very car-like SUVs. You do have heated seats here, 3 levels of seat heating, and you have heated steering wheel. I like to call these rump roasters. Don't need them today. It's a beautiful day here. And turn the radio down here as well. Coming across the steering wheel, you do have your cruise control over here. These are just the menu control items to cycle through the menus in there. You can change various things there. And over on this side, you have your Bluetooth controls, audio controls, that kind of thing. Power windows and power locks are standard in this vehicle. And we'll jump out of here for a second. We'll show you Headroom a little bit later, very similar in both vehicles depending on how you set the seat. But now let's jump into the Kia Soul. The Kia Soul being a keyed car means I'm going to need the key to start it up and do the same thing. The seats in here, probably a little bit larger. They are, in my opinion, a slightly better seat. It may depend on who you are to notice that whole lot of difference. So over here, because there's no push button start, we have to throw the key in. I got the camera in my right hand, so we're gonna go left hand awkward start. All right, starting the vehicle up here, and you can see similar dash design here. A lot of same type of controls in there. When we have drive modes though, we're gonna switch through the drive modes. We only have two here, normal and sport, which is probably all you need for a vehicle like this. Not a whole lot of need for anything else. Over here, again, higher trim car. Android Auto and Apple CarPlay is wireless as well, so you have the same type of thing. You can connect it with a wire if you want, but it's wireless as well. Again, slightly higher trim vehicle here, so you have things like wireless phone charging pad, USB ports down there. There's two USB ports and 12-volt port down here. Heated seats as well, and heated steering wheel. So passenger seat, heated steering wheel, and 2 levels of rump roasting here. We had 3 levels of rump roasting in the other vehicle. Cruise control, everything right there on the wheel like that, and you've got your Bluetooth and audio controls. A little bit different design on both these steering wheels, but the exact same thing. Same thing with their sort of headlight design. Headlight is very similar. This one has fog lights, so that's different. Now this one does up the ante a little bit. I don't believe the preferred model has the lane keeping assist or the blind spot detection. To be fair, I didn't look at that, but again, you can see this car has that blind spot detection that'll give you a little bit of a orange light there. You can turn that on and off, and the lane keeping system is just helps you keep in the lane, essentially. It will work with you to see the lane markers through a camera that's mounted up over here, looking out the front window, and it can see that. You can get that in various venues as well, and the current one we have, actually, you know what? The current one does have that. It has the camera in front there. I'm just looking over there. So I should have pointed that out. It has that camera right there. So both of these vehicles are capable of keeping you in that lane as a safety feature. That also gives you forward collision avoidance assist. So what that means is you can avoid, the car is capable of avoiding certain types of collisions. All right, let's flip the camera around. Headroom in both these cars is similar. I don't really have to show you the venue to show you this because, again, I can eliminate my headroom here by pumping up this seat manually, and I'm getting closer and closer to the ceiling as we go. Kia Soul goes a long ways up, and so does the venue. So both of these seats can bring you really close to the ceiling if you need to. You can see I'm about 6 feet tall. You may not notice because it's moving up and forward, but I've almost reached the top of the ceiling. Yeah, there we go. So if I lean forward, I actually lean on the steering wheel. And if you're short, you can make this car sit very tall. Both these cars can sit very tall. And because of that sort of square design in both, they can create they just create a lot of space around you. A couple things you're gonna like sitting in a Soul in a venue is, unlike a lot of economy cars, this pillar doesn't curl back towards you in the same angle that it would do in regular economy cars. So you get that economy car fuel efficiency with the SUV style body design, which gives you more space. I'm still pumping this seat down, and you can see now I've got tons of space. It's very similar in both vehicles. I'm gonna put this back to a comfortable position because that's where I was in the venue. We're gonna show you back seat space right now. Rear seat space in a Kia Soul, I'll just shut the door here, keep a little sunlight out. It's very, very good. It's one of the real strong points of the Kia Soul. For the length of the vehicle, you've got great headroom for I'm a 6-footer here. My legs are on the seat, and knee room is excellent sitting behind myself. Let's go check out the venue now. Sitting behind myself in the venue, again, good headroom, maybe a little bit less. I do have the seat probably a little further back than I need, but that's the real difference. The venue's a little bit smaller car, and you can see my knees are a little tighter here. Now again, I could move this an inch or two forward and create the space I need. The other thing that's very good on both cars is your leg is against the seat, but rear seat, a little bit bigger than the Soul, and that's kind of that class difference. It's a little bit more closer to a mid-size, closer to a real compact car with the venue. Again, still very comfortable back here, but if you're always taking 4 people, I think the Soul is probably the better option. If you're not always taking 4 people, venue's fantastic as well. Let's just quickly take a glance at the trunk, and then we'll wrap up this video. Starting out with the Kia Soul, you can see it's actually a pretty good sized trunk. Now the trunk isn't as long as something like a Kia Forte, a Hyundai Elantra would be. Sedans tend to have longer floor space, so if that's what you need is longer floor space, then that's an option for you. Of course, both seats fold down here and in the venue as well. And the nice little thing is the floor here, you can take this out, drop it all the way down, and create a much deeper floor over here. Let's take a look at the venue. It looks very similar. I don't have my teddy bear test today. We'll do that in a future video as well. But a very similar type look over here. The wheel wells intrude a little bit extra. It's just a tiny bit smaller, but it's still, for most practical people, unless you're absolutely filling the trunk, it's going to be kind of similar. Now, underneath the floor, same idea here. You can drop this down with a single push, if I can do this correctly. You know, this always works better when you're not trying to film it. Oh boy, there we go. Single push down there, and you've got the floor lowered down there as well. So you've got that deep floor. The reason you would want that floor higher is if you fold down the seats, then you can slide things directly from the floor right through. Whereas now if I fold down the seats, there'll be a step up into there. But both trunks are quite practical, but the venue is a tiny, tiny bit smaller. So that's a brief overview of the Hyundai Venue versus the Kia Soul, but the nice thing about working at Jim Gilbert's Wheels and Deals is we have all kinds of vehicles in this class over here at Jim Gilbert's Wheels and Deals, Canada's huggable car dealer. So it doesn't matter what you're looking for. If you want a new vehicle, swing by Jim Gilbert's Wheels and Deals and see what's available for you. Looking for something economy-like over here, maybe an SUV. We've got all kinds of them over there, different types like that. Maybe you need a truck. Well, we've got trucks as well. Power sports, yeah, we got lots of power sports. Heavy duty trucks right there. And see way there in the distance? Those are Teslas. There's a whole bunch of electric cars here. Maybe you're in the mood for, I don't know, some fun. And you've got Kawasaki, you've got Piaggio, you've got Vespa, Pedigo. This is the leading dealer in Canada, volume dealer for Kawasaki. So you've got all kinds of options. If you're looking for a new car, it's still a great place to swing by because all of these vehicles are almost brand new still. And if you want a used car, hey, it's a great way to save as well. So I want to thank Jim Gilbert's Wheels and Deals for access to their entire product line. If you want to see more on this channel, we film every single day, vehicle reviews, power sports reviews, motorcycles, everything. You name it, we're reviewing it every single day and hopefully giving you a unique review. This was just a quick overview, but we got lots of in-depth stuff as well. So whatever you're looking for, you can get it here at Jim Gilbert's Wheels and Deals, and hopefully you can subscribe to our channel and give us a chance to go over these. If you have questions about these vehicles, let me know. If you want to reach out to our sales team, there'll be a link in the description. You can reach out to both myself and our sales team. Thanks everybody for watching.